Stop everything. Right now. Close every other tab. Turn your volume up. What if I told you there's a way to walk through absolute chaos, screaming arguments, financial crashes, relationship drama, work meltdowns, and feel completely unbothered? Not numb. Not cold. Not fake positive. But genuinely calm, clear-headed, and powerful while everyone around you is losing their minds. That is not a superpower reserved for monks or billionaires. That is a skill you can install in your nervous system in the next 20 minutes. And once you have it, life stops controlling you. You start controlling how life feels. This is the psychology of being unbothered while everyone around you panics. And if you're still watching after the first 30 seconds, you already know you need this more than you realize. Keep listening. Your peace is about to level up permanently. Let me paint the picture that changed everything for me. Last year the company I worked for announced massive layoffs. The office turned into a war zone overnight. People were crying in the bathrooms, whispering in corners, refreshing their emails every 10 seconds, stress eating, stress drinking, stress scrolling. The panic was contagious. You could feel it in the air like static electricity. I sat at my desk, completely calm. Heart rate steady. Mind clear. Even smiling a little. My coworkers thought I was either in denial or secretly knew something they didn't. The truth? I had trained my mind to stay unbothered in the storm. And that single ability saved my career, my reputation, and my sanity while everyone else burned out. Today I'm going to hand you the exact psychological framework that makes this possible. No fluff. No toxic positivity. Just raw, usable psychology that actually works in real life when shit hits the fan. First, you have to understand what being bothered really is. It's not the external event. It's your brain assigning massive meaning and threat to that event. Your amygdala, that ancient alarm system in your head, screams danger, and floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline. That's why one person can hear bad news and spiral for days while another hears the exact same news and responds with, "Okay, what's next?" The difference is not intelligence or luck. It's emotional detachment skill. And it can be learned. Here's the core truth: the unbothered mind does not fight reality. It observes reality without letting it hijack the steering wheel. Let me break down the exact psychology step by step so you can start using it immediately. Number 1, master the 3-second rule. The moment something triggers you, a rude email, your partner raising their voice, bad news on the phone, you have roughly 3 seconds before your emotional brain takes over. In those 3 seconds you must insert a tiny mental pause and ask one question: is this actually a threat to my survival right now, or is it just uncomfortable? 99% of the time it's the second one. Training yourself to ask that question instantly creates a gap between the event and your reaction. That gap is where your power lives. Number 2, reframe everything as data, not drama. Panicking people turn neutral facts into personal stories. The project is delayed becomes, "I'm going to get fired and everyone will think I'm incompetent." The unbothered mind strips the story away and sees only data: project delayed by 2 weeks. Resources needed, X, next action, Y. Practice this relentlessly. Every time you catch yourself making up a dramatic story, label it out loud or in your head: that's a story, not a fact. Do it enough and your brain rewires to default to data mode. Number 3, protect your nervous system like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. When everyone around you is panicking, their nervous systems are dumping stress chemicals into the shared environment. If you don't have a shield, you absorb it. Your shield is simple but brutal: daily breath work, cold exposure, or even just 10 minutes of silence with no inputs. A regulated nervous system cannot be easily hijacked. An unregulated one gets triggered by everything. Choose daily regulation like you choose food, non-negotiable. Number 4, adopt the future self perspective. Ask yourself, what would the version of me 5 years from now think about this situation? The future self almost never cares about today's small fires. They care about who you became while handling them. This single question pulls you out of the emotional mud and puts you on higher ground instantly. Number 5. Build an unbreakable internal locus of control. Panicked people believe the world controls their emotions. The unbothered person knows only one thing controls their emotions: their own mind. Every single day remind yourself, no one can make me feel anything without my permission. Say it until it moves from your head into your bones. When you truly own this, other people's panic becomes background noise instead of a command to join them. Let me tell you what happened when I started applying these 5 principles consistently. 3 months after that layoff chaos, the entire department was still anxious and exhausted. I was promoted. Not because I worked harder, I actually worked less hours. I was promoted because in every meeting I was the only calm voice in the room. Leaders desperately need people who don't fall apart when pressure rises. Calm becomes competence in the eyes of others. Calm becomes leadership. My relationships improved dramatically too. When my girlfriend would spiral about work or family drama, I no longer got pulled into the tornado with her. I could listen fully, stay grounded, and actually help her instead of both of us drowning. She started calling me her anchor. That felt better than any compliment I've ever received. Even small daily annoyances lost their power. Traffic? Just time to think. Internet outage? Opportunity to read the book I've been ignoring. Someone talking behind my back. Their opinion has zero impact on my bank account or my peace unless I give it permission. Here's the exact daily training protocol I still use to stay unbothered even when the world tries to drag me into the panic. Morning, 5 minutes of box breathing, 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. While doing it, set the intention: today I choose peace over participation in chaos. During the day, every time you feel irritation rising, immediately name it silently: this is an emotional hijack attempt. Then ask the 3-second question. You'll be shocked how fast the feeling loses intensity. Evening, 10-minute data dump journal. Write down every triggering event of the day and rewrite each one as pure data without the emotional story. This retrains your brain overnight. Weekly, 1 hour of complete silence or nature time with 0 devices. This is your nervous system reset button. Do this consistently for 30 days and people will start asking what drugs you're on, because nobody should be this calm when everything is on fire. Of course, it's not always easy. There will be moments when the panic is so loud it almost pulls you in. That's when you remember the golden rule of being unbothered: I don't have to attend every argument I'm invited to. Some fires are not yours to put out. Some opinions are not yours to correct. Some drama is not yours to join. The most powerful people in the world aren't the loudest or the most reactive. They're the ones who can watch the storm and still make clear decisions. That can be you. Right now, as you're listening to this, something in your life is probably trying to bother you. A text you're dreading. A conversation you're avoiding. Money stress. Health worry. Family tension. Decide in this moment that you will no longer hand over your peace so easily. You are allowed to be unbothered. You are allowed to stay calm while others panic. You are allowed to protect your energy like the precious resource it is. Start today. Catch yourself the next time you feel the pull to join the emotional chaos. Pause. Breathe. Reframe. Choose again. The world will keep giving you reasons to panic. Your job is to keep giving yourself reasons not to. You now have the psychology. The only question left is, will you use it? If this message hit you hard, comment below with the word unbothered and tell me one situation where you're going to practice staying calm this week. I read every comment. Save this video. Come back to it whenever life tries to drag you into the storm. You've got the tools now. Stay unbothered. Stay powerful. Stay you. I'll see you in the next one, calm, clear, and completely in control.